Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Here's we have uh, dis developed this system in which the data has been generated and so many functionalities we have demonstrated you, and you must have enjoyed all these things. First, for let's summarize it. There are two sorts of interfaces we have done. First is this one means with which you get the reports, and the other one is with this means the click events. When you double click on it, so these are the two different uh, patterns of the codes of the coding, VBA coding. Yeah, this is related to the worksheet functions. When you do the view code, um, and it works in these worksheets, right? On means every worksheet in the workbook can be programmed, and it provides you a place to develop an event like the worksheet event like this. So many events are there. So we have showed you how to develop this before double click event. So what happens that whenever you do the double click, it starts executing of its own, right? The other function is through the modules. There are the modules written. Yeah? The modules can be called by this worksheet events. Yeah? These can be called, and mm, you can refer to any sub which you have created in these modules, like the generate, purchase order, and this from anywhere in the project, right? So, and you can attach a button to your subs, right? For the subs which you create, they start with a sub and end with an end sub, and then you can use this name, the name of the sub, to connect to a button, so that whenever you click the button, it starts executing, right? So it is different to the one which we do with the view code here. This is um, this does not execute on the click of button. It executes on a certain event which takes place. For example, on a double click on any cell, or the change of the selection. There is also a name which is called selection change. There is also an event called calculate, right? So there are so many events you can program. Uh, so so these are the two different uh, things which you have to decide what to do and when. So you will use this worksheet events when you want this to be programmed on a certain event like click, double click, or so on, right? Whereas the you will use the buttons when you want a complete set of things, which you have recorded into the modules, right? That is, you go to Alt F11, and then you go to the modules. In the modules, you have typed the code, given it a sub name, and then that is connected to the. How it is connected to the button is by you right click, you assign it, and then you mention it, right? You go to this video, this workbook, and these are the things which are available within the workbook, within means with the modules which you have written the codes in. So, so this is how it is connected, right? You get connected it and you double click it. Now, this is very important that the developer knows his code. His understanding of his own code is important, right? Of course, when he writes so he understands it, right? So when he understands the code, whatever he has written in the code, so he can do a lot of things which other people cannot do. For example, I give you an example. If uh, you double click on it, a graph is created because you have developed it like this. And then when you double click on other, this graphs, the existing graph is wiped off and a new graph is created. So where's the other one? What would you do if you want that to remain in here, and you want this to remain in here, and you want a different, say, this olive oil graph to be side by side, but it always eliminates the previous one. So how to stop it and how to so since you are the developer and you have written the code, you know that it takes care of the name. Any name starting with the chart is deleted. So if you want to preserve this chart, prevent it to be deleted on the next level. So you change the name like this. You change its name now. Now, if you double click on the source, for example, here, yeah. So what Control C, let's do. Okay, if you double click in here, right? So you want this not to be changed on the next double click, then you make the change in its initial part, because it is starting with the chart. Yeah, to delete the existing graphs, it is looking for the chart. So you change it with X and press enter. Right? Since you have renamed this chart, now you can change this oil again, yeah. So it will stick there, it will remain here. Now you can have a different chart to see in here. Now you still want this to remain in here, you can change it, for example, Y. Okay, right. So these two. Now the third one is, for example, you want these not to be deleted while you take the pie chart, right? This is the pie chart, yeah, good. So they are not deleted since you have changed the name of it. And how you knew that? Because in the code, you knew that if you go and see the chart view, the first thing it does on the double click is that for each chart shape in the chart, if the shape name is the left characters are chart, then it is to be, these are to be deleted. Since you have changed the left character from X chart or Y chart, so you have this way, you have prevented them to be deleted. So without making any change in the code, you have evaded your own code because you knew it, how it functions. So I hope you got my point, that understanding of the code is very, very important, that how your code is working, and you, with this knowledge, you can do a lot of things. For example, you want these charts to be drawn, not only that drawn, but you want these to be copied and into your, for example, Outlook, right? And you go to write to your manager, right? And you say that this is a dashboard, say, North Wind, North Wind dashboard. Okay, so you when you press Control V, so this dashboard, Northwind dashboard, is ready to be sent to your manager, right? It is gone. You have mentioned it. Yeah, this is already gone. So understanding of your code would allow you to do so many exciting things which you can do and make your this single sheet more purposeful, multi-purpose, right? So I hope uh, I made the point and you find it useful. Thank you very much.